instead of 9 hits, Muchi only does 8, bringing the total hits to 17 at the end of the second stagger. Remember, Sind enters phase 2 at 22 hits, so having him at 17 with the second stagger makes it so that after 5 more attacks, we'll not only be at 22 hits total to bring on phase 2, but Sind will also be ready to stagger in as few as 1/2 to 3 more attacks that affect poise. The thing is though, the first 2 attacks we do after phase transitioning don't deal poise damage to him, plus he gets a little poise bonus after transitioning. This means that Sind usually staggers on either hit 26 or 27, and our goal is to have the 26th or 27th hit land when he begins the long combo, staggering him out of it. Now that we've staggered the second time, the rest of the fight is just Muchi generally outplaying Sind. Because of the fact that we leveled up our health so much, we can use health as a resource and trade on a lot of attacks throughout the whole fight. Some attacks you shouldn't trade on though, because you'll take quite a lot of damage or you'll get staggered, so you just have to know which ones are ideal to trade on. Once Muchi does end up defeating Sind though, then all he has to do is link the first flame, officially ending the run. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you so much on behalf of both myself and Muchi. Additionally, I'd like to give a big thank you to Muchi, who was an absolute treat to work with and helped so much with writing this video. He sat down with me to go over the run and explained not only everything you saw, but even more that had to be left on the cutting room floor for time. Seriously, Muchi's knowledge and skill at this game are one of a kind, and his runs are just honestly so sick.
That was a bad
If
split.
you want to check out more of his runs, then please do check out his YouTube channel. Link is in the description. Similarly, if you want to see more speedruns of the Soulsborne series as a whole, then check out speedsouls.com. It's an enormous speedrunning community for the Soulsborne series, with leaderboards and resources galore for those interested in learning the runs themselves, or even those who just are curious and want to see more and learn more about the runs. The community hosts occasional events that you can watch on their Twitch or YouTube channel, and also had a chance to show off some Dark Souls action at the most recent GDQ with an all bosses race between Danflesh and Regal. Wait, I know those guys. Be sure to check out the VOD of that to see some insane moments, a wild finish, and just what the Speed Souls community is capable of. Additionally, thank you, as always, to everyone who supports the Tomato Anus channel on Patreon. We recently crossed 250 patrons, which is just insane to hear those words coming out of my mouth. To celebrate, we hosted a Q&A live stream, did a reading of an interesting fan fiction, and are currently in the process of having patrons suggest and vote on speedruns to be featured in a future Speedrun Explained. If any of these are things that sound of interest to you, then you
going
can
that
get
route
access
fucks me
to
up
it
so
all
bad.
for as little as $1 a month, plus things like access to videos early and without ad reads. Fair warning though, the voting process for choosing the next Patron's Choice Speedrun Explained will likely be closing on February 2nd, so if you're watching this part after that date, you've missed the window to vote. That's okay though, because we have more polls like this planned, so you won't be missing out on the chance to do it in the future. There's a link in the description if you're interested, but as always, it's completely unnecessary. And lastly, per usual, check out the Tomato Anus Discord server. The people there are incredibly welcoming and supportive, and if you have something you'd like to talk about, I'm sure there will be people there willing to chat with you. That's all for this video though. This was an any % no teardrop speedrun to beat Dark Souls 3. I've been Tomato Anus, and I hope you have an above average day.
Thanks, bro.
Hey everyone, my name is Tomato Anus, also known as Popcorn Peony, and this is an any % current
Popcorn
patch
Peony
speedrun of Bloodborne. This run is performed by one of the top runners of the category, Z Pinkman, who also helped me write the script to make sure it's all as accurate as possible and that I don't goof up. If you'd prefer to watch this run without commentary or Pinkman's current personal best, there are links in the description below. Like the intro line says, this run is done on the current patch, but also has the stipulation of no clipping being allowed, meaning any method of clipping through objects via an enemy's grab attack is banned. Everything else is fair game though, including glitches, so if you'd prefer to watch a glitchless alternative to this run, I recommend you check out Kusuki's any % glitchless record, which I've also linked in the description. Before we continue on with the intro to the run, we gotta do one of them thingies
This one should
first,
be fire.
So here we go.
And that's B12. I'm calling right now. Marker down, cross it off. Here we go with B12. Here we go with another number right now. Next out of the hopper, it's G19. No sir.
If shit like that wouldn't
Your
happen.
next bingo number. G19. Come on, G19. Marker off at G19.
Hello?
Here we go with another one.
Hey Chicago guy, you know how I'm going on that safari and will be gone for a while?
Minnesota guy, not now. I'm at a bingo hall, but they accidentally hired an auctioneer to call the balls. It's impossible to keep up with.
Well, I think I finally found my go-to game to play on the trip when I have downtime, Mech Arena.
Well, now I just gotta get sub 420.
You betcha, Mech Arena is just a hoot. Matches are super quick, and I could tell right away that this was a game where skill actually matters because I was stomping on everyone I saw. Plus, it didn't really feel balanced like a typical mobile game, but I mean that in a good way, like it feels really balanced. Also, there's just so many different skins and paint jobs in the game, you can really personalize your mech if you want. I really have been digging my Panther mech with the gray carbon